First of all, Salamti to all of you. You are listening Bashar Altaf. I have started a series of thoughts out of box, and in this series, I bring thoughts and talks regarding philosophy of life, especially the non-academic subjects. Mostly, I have formed mini lectures or talks on academic subjects, on literature, linguistics, drama, novel, poetry, history. You can find many topics, especially the academic topics, on my channel. But through this series, I find some liberty to talk, to present my thoughts about philosophy of life. So today's topic is whether the life is a comedy or tragedy. And for me, as you may know, that I have spent more than 40 years on this planet. And when I look back, all of my 40 plus years, in totality, when I look all of my previous life, in totality, I find life in totality is a tragedy. Life in totality is a song of pain. Life in totality is the journey of suffering and troubles. And my dear listeners, one thing I want to make clear that most of the time I take understanding and knowledge from my own life, from my own observation, from my empirical first-hand experience. Because your own empirical first-hand experience is a kind of substance of knowledge and understanding. So I am sharing with you my own experience of life. So yes, there are comedies in life. There are players in life. And by the way, player and joke and comedy, there are differences. Although, so comedy in life, actually, there are only episodes of the comedy in this drama of tragedy. So my views are a little bit similar to the Thomas Hardy's views of life. But there is also difference between me and Hardy. And that is, although for me life is in totality is a tragedy, it's a song of pain. But it is a song of pain for everyone, whether he is poor or rich, powerful or powerless. Everybody suffers. Sufferings actually are unavoidable parts of our life, because other name of life is a tragedy. But it is a tragedy for everybody. So what matters is how you take life. Okay, it doesn't mean if it is a tragedy, then you sit silently. It doesn't mean you just weep and cry all the time. Yes, it doesn't. It means if you understand life as a tragedy, as a full of problems, full of suffering and full of trials. But your attitude towards life is very important. One attitude is you can sit and cry and face and suffer. And the other attitude is you can enjoy the little bit oasis you find in your life. You can enjoy whatever pleasures life gives you. You can take it happily. And you can mold many things. You can face bravely the sufferings. And you can construct things. And you can live a productive life. You can reduce your suffering as much as possible. Because it is the attitude ultimately which matters. So one attitude is you can maximize your sufferings. You can add something into your sufferings and pains and the problems into your own life, into the lives of the others. Some people are very strange. They not only enhance their personal sufferings, but also something add to the sufferings of humanity. So what I suggest you, what I understand is, you should be the person who tries to minimize the suffering and the pain and tries to maximize the pleasure and the comfort of yourself and people around you and to the humanity. And if you think, especially if your age is less, especially if you are young, you can think that life is a joke, life is a comedy, life is a joke. But my dear, I must tell you, I must remind you that if life is a joke, then it is a very terrible joke. Sooner or later, you will suffer. You will face the problem. You will face the death of your loved ones. You will face the diseases and the sufferings and the troubles and the failures. You will face the betrayal, separation and depression. This is the part of life, my dear. And it is not only the part of your life. The good news is that it is not the part of single person's life, but everyone's life. Everyone on this planet Earth face pains, sufferings, separation, deaths, diseases, depression, anxiety. So, what matters? Matters. Your response matters. Your response, our response, my response to these sufferings, to these problems matters. So be positive. Here, be positive means be productive. Always find the opportunity to be happy. Maximize the happiness. Multiply your pleasures. And don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt others. Don't create problem for the humanity. Be a good social being, productive being, comfortable person for yourself, be the comfortable person for the whole of the humanity. So your response towards life is more important than what you experience in this life. Maybe you experience more problems, okay. Some people have more sufferings than the others. At least it is their claim. Okay, for a moment we accept that your suffering, your problems are more than anybody else. But my dears, listen up. main thing is your response. If you are positive, if you are constructive, if you are productive, you can mold the disadvantages, you can mold your troubles into something beneficial. So always behave positively, always take everything as an experience, and try to live as much as possible a better, good, comfortable, full of happiness, full of contentment. Seek these things in your life and be a positive and productive being. Thank you very much.